Alrighty guys, welcome back to another Dokkan Battle video. Today we're going to be going over a little bit of the celebration. So far we're in its last legs of the celebration. This is the replacement of course for Tanabata, and a lot of people have been going crazy about how well it is faring compared to previous celebrations, and I'm just here to just shut that narrative down right away. I think that this celebration so far is one of Dokkan's better celebrations this year. Obviously it's going to come behind the 10th anniversary, and it's going to come behind the GDC campaign, but this celebration compared to the Tanabatas of past year, which is Goku, Ultra Instinct, and Jiren, this one I believe is better just because of what we can get and what we're soon to expect, especially because, well, like I said, we're in its last legs. We're expecting the Dokkan Fest is going to be in October. We have a full week left, which means we're gonna have at least, I believe, one more super mega powerful EZA. Maybe it's gonna be a dual two EZAs, probably just throwing in some movie hero help, which could be Goku, but we'll later get onto that, and a cooler that we'll later touch on that. But we're gonna go over the characters. I think people are going a little bit too crazy in the community, saying that this celebration doesn't stand up to all the other ones. Okay, Broly, we're gonna get to him because he's the one that people are really like going crazy for, saying like he's not as like good, but Broly is specific. He's a specific unit designed for festival battles or a festival of battles. Is he good or bad? He is a good character. He's not bad. He's not one of those characters that is top 15 or top 5 in the game. That's reserved for the GDC characters. So I'm sorry, but like he wasn't made to beat out those characters. He was made in mind with the garden, the early damage reduction, so you can have him get hit a lot and put him in slot 1. That's why he has this, so you can just throw him out in front so he can keep building up. He's building up a defense which each attack performs, so you want him in slot 1. He stacks both attacks on super. He has a scouter that he can pop an extra defense on turn 3 with no other restriction. Chat, do you know what he's made for? Like, he's made for festival battles. Like, it's so simple that it's like, I think it's just not, it's missing the minds of a lot of the community. Like, this is what they're going after. Like, the missions, it matters because they are adding missions to this always. And what was the last one that they added? They added Extreme Tech and Extreme AGL. Extreme Tech just got a buffed character. Broly, he is a festival battles killer. You're going to be going through a 3-hour fight, 80 fights. He is going to dominate. 80 turns, 3-hour fight, he's going to dominate. He's a stacker, he has damage reduction, and he's like one of the premier characters you would want in slot 1, because this is a broken ability, but not for the GDC content, not for the Supreme Magnificent Battles. It's for specifically festival of battles. I don't know why people are making him seem like he's bad when he's really not. This Broly is actually pretty good, especially because the content he's tailored towards, he dominates. Frieza. The reason I feel also this celebration isn't done because so far we haven't gotten any super class help. We've gotten 3 EZAs, but they're extreme class movie bosses, which helps him, 4 now has, with including the leader, if you run him, he has 4 viable options to activate this turn 1. Obviously if you're building the team around movie bosses, he's getting the target mechanic, 400 defense, full key, which means he's most likely going to build up all this extra attack in the turn that he's getting hit. Defense is going to go up with his high level of damage reduction that he has. He's guarding for the first 5 turns. So like Frieza is set to be just a strong movie boss baseline, but he did need help. So they gave him a lot of help with the EZAs of Broly, which I think Broly is another character that we're going to fully dive into a little bit after Frieza, but he's good. He's not bad. This Frieza is an absolute beast. He honestly can be in the top 10 it's very hard to keep him outside the top 10 because of what he's providing. He has high levels of damage reduction. He has guard the first term, so like he literally is untouchable. There's no character that can really damage him. He's building up all this afterwards, so it's like he still has high levels of defense, so that he can still reach even though he's losing the damage reduction after every 2 turns that pass. So we have that buffed active skill, so he's now doing a lot more damage when he has what is it called? This right here, the Earthbreaker. They buffed it, so we have this. So he has a lot of like different tech to his kit now. This Broly, I think he's alright. Nothing too crazy. I think he's not a banner unit I would run, but it's just another banner unit to like, you know, raise the ceiling of your box, raise the floor of your movie bosses team. You're not gonna have every character in the game rainbowed league level 10, EZA even. So this character, if you just have him, it's a good nugget to have to add to just your repertoire if you want to just like say, hey, Extreme Super Battle Royale gets a new stage, and it's like they want you to use a bro or it's tailored to a Broly team, like say Super Bosses or Gifted Warriors. I don't know. You can use this Broly. He can be decent, I guess. So that's pretty much all I gotta say about that Broly. But so far, Frieza, he has a tag mechanic which allows him to go into Gogeta. The base form Gogeta is pretty sick. He has one of the what I think is still probably one of the strongest active skills in the game because he's doing this, raising attack by 540, raising defense by 540, changing key spheres, and you know when he changes key spheres is good because he's full healing. He's getting the damage reduction right here with more super class allies. That makes him tough to beat. Crit and damage. He's doing crit and damage and dodge for every key sphere obtained, and all allies 10% defense. That is why he's probably he has one of the better active skills because he's supporting the rotation. He can't be touched once his active skill is popped, and he's doing like 4 to 5 attacks that are just wiping out the enemy because he does have also he crits when 24 key when the active skill is popped. So he's doing most of their damage, but the requirement is to have 3 or more super class allies on the team. We do have super class allies on the team that can allow us to get this active skill off, but it's not in the way that we want to because some of them can't really do damage. We have the how do I say, Super Saiyan gods, the LR gods. They're still viable. They're good. It's just they're not as good as the Transformer Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. This unit, they're still very good. They're not bad at all. It's just upper echelons of damage now have been reached where characters now are popping 30 million, 40 million, 50 million attack stats. They're doing crits and stuff like that. And unless you stack with them and go real crazy, they're not cutting it for real. And you have to actually be careful about them. They're more of a dodge oriented character, which can save you, can hurt you. This is more of a just straight up damage reduction character once they transform. So obviously they got the better end of the kits. I believe we might get some EZAs, and I'll probably bring that up, but I think there's a chance that we can get a couple movie hero EZAs. Honestly, I believe, and I want to say that this Super Saiyan Goku from the Cooler movie, I think him and Cooler have just a outside shot of just both EZA in this campaign. The only reason I say that is because sooner or later in the anniversary, they are going to EZA one of the 7th anniversary Part 2 units, which is a carnival unit, but I believe they want to go in the route that they have shown before, where likely is Goku. He's the first carnival. They would give him that right to be the first EZA carnival in the game. He came out 2022, so it's obviously he's the time slot. He's in it. He could get his EZA right now. Literally, I don't see another time when they can do it unless it's a movie celebration that could be for anniversary. But we're all holding our hearts out for Daima, so it's kind of like Amatsu needs to make a decision on whether this guy needs to get released. He could bring so much help to this team. Garden. You can just get rid of the health restriction. You can fix his active skill so where he just needs to die. Like even if he dies, he gets the permanent guard. He gets the 50% chance to crit. Give him more extra defense on that. Give him damage reduction, if you will, and then make his super. Now, Chad, if they wanted to go crazy, if they wanted to raise, like make him like greatly stack, and then have like the the Vegeta and Trunks mechanic from their EZA, where he's given like 5% extra attack and defense in the battle to allies or just himself, or just allies. Whew, he could be a festival killer. He's going to be a festival killer because he's a revived character. He stacks, he guards, kind of the gist of his character. I mean, that's really what he was. He was kind of like the lifesaver of the movie hero team. We didn't have a revive until he came out, so that was immediately one of the things that they could, re-give us a good movie hero character that can revive. Active skill, make this crit. Obviously, they can do the same thing that they did with what's his name? With Frieza. Frieza, obviously, they did this for the Earthbreaker because before this, he did not have anything and his Earthbreaker was useless. Now, when it's turn 3, HP is less, he crits 300 extra damage. They can do that for him, or he can do this after his active skill or after his revive is activated, or 5th turn, 59% or less. I guarantee you, look for this to be in his passive where 5th turn, 59% or less, or when he's activated a revive, guaranteed crits, 200 to 300% attack for that attack, so they can kind of make it like feel more powerful and also cooler. If not now, there's barely any places that you can just have a full celebration for final form cooler, unless you're gonna go with like another metal cooler, like a metal cooler that goes into metal cooler core, because we don't have that with the good animation so far. We have it a little bit in the cooler, the metal cooler LR, but it's just one attack, so I don't really see them going for that as a celebration. It's possible, but it's, for me, it's not it's not high on the chopping block, because Dokkan definitely have a lot more things they need to get to, like Daima, Super Saiyan 4 Goku in that animation, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta adult in that animation. Goku's whole transformation scene in Daima would go crazy as an anniversary. So you guys saying that cooler final form needs it, he needs his EZA now. And again, we are literally, if they don't drop anything, the Dokkan Fest is coming in October. The 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th. Last year it was the 3rd, but the year prior to that, I want to say it was the 2nd. So we're in this trend where it's going to be the start of October, and then of course the end of October is going to be the Halloween Dokkan Fest. So we know that there's something coming for us soon, but we're literally a full week of not getting nothing if that doesn't happen. So drop these two, and then I think that would help massively for this celebration. I think the celebration so far is really going well. They've given us a lot of things. Now it's just the super class characters that they kind of need to buff a little bit, and we can get a lot of little EZAs for that. Super EZAs for maybe like God Goku. I mean, that's maybe too early, but still, we're just looking for any character that kind of can EZA, not name a superhero character, of course, and can be very viable to this point. A lot of them have EZA already. They've gone through just almost all of them. I'm saving superhero for like anniversary part 2, something huge. Tapion and Minosha, they could EZA as well. They're a weird character, but they could EZA. They do have the sword figure support. They do have, I believe, I want to say, is it Slip and Bond support? Yes, it is. They do have Slip and Bond, and they do have the story figure support. So they could drop this and kind of make them a pseudo Chilai Lemo, like Broly Chilai and Lemo like unit, where they're getting a lot of support, giving damage reduction to teammates, maybe having dodge in their kit. I mean, their active skill is literally a support too. It's kind of like I'd say it's like a B pan active skill. You're getting 30% attack and defense, not for just one turn. You're getting it for 2 turns. Obviously, B pan doesn't do the remove all allies negative effects. This is actually crazy because you can remove locking with this. On your team starting from the fourth turn in the battle, sword trigger allies. I mean, sword trigger has never been like a true category. Let me see if there's something that we can, you know. Okay. Okay. I mean, movie bosses. Janemba is going to be on that. Not Janemba, but Hirudegan is going to be on that. Pycon is going to be on that. Bardock is on that. Okay, so we can get it. LR Kid Buu is going to be on this category soon. If we get another Bardock, he's going to be on this category. If we get a Dokkan exclusive Demon King Piccolo, he's going to be on that category. We could get a new Bojack. We know we're going to get a new Bojack because we have to get a new Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from that movie. He's going to be on that category. So, again, Hirudegan, we can obviously get another Hirudegan and Tapion, like, slash card. Nothing's wrong with us, you know, redabbling in that. Hold on, let me see what we got here. So I'm thinking of those two EZAs just for like the part, you know, last EX part of the celebration, because this year they've been doing a lot of EXs of like, okay, we're gonna add one more character to the list and we're gonna add one more EZA to help out this category and kit. We're gonna get to Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. One, he's not a top 10 character. No. Is he top 20? It's like, you know, I ain't arguing if somebody told me like, hey, bro, it's top 20. I'm not arguing with you. I'm just gonna be like, okay. I mean, hey, he's good. He's not a bad character at all. Like he's doing a lot. He is sort of glass cannony a little bit because of like this. It's just not as high as we want it to be. Like this is restrictive. Just this, sir. This is restrictive for just his 3 turns, and I'm sorry, they should have gave him a lot more defense at the like base defense to rock with. 180 is just not enough. I think that's really the make it or break it for this character, because he's good in short content, but it's after this is gone, and of course you have to tailor your team to make Broly have this extra 226% damage reduction. He's a fish out there throwing out high number attack stats, and nobody cares about like how much damage he's doing, because the moment he gets touched, it's back to the lobby screen where you go and you have to pick your new team, because Broly, he really can't get hit with that. Like, and he's more of a super attack than he can be hit. So AoE supers from bosses are just gonna kill this man. He's gonna get hit and he's going to most likely die. It's like, because people are realizing, wait a minute, how he has like 78% damage reduction. You're wrong. The risk right here is what kills him. He's getting 200% defense on when he's attacking. When attacking with 18 key, which means it does not proc before he is attacking. It's when he's attacking. It's during his attack he's getting this 200% defense. So really and truly, when you're getting attacked and you have him at full max, you're getting 180, you're getting the 78% damage reduction, you're getting 200, and then you're going to get this 260 one receiving attack. That's just defense. That's just raw defense, Chad. I'm not going to lie. You need a lot more defense with your damage reduction before you can just say, oh, I'm tanking this. Like, it's really not enough for Broly to really get just damage reduction. I think he should have maybe gotten guard for the first 5 turns, and I don't know why they couldn't go with that. The Gohan from the BoJack movie that EZA literally got 2 new abilities that he's never had before. In base, he's a walking fish. In EZA, they gave him for 4 turns 30% damage reduction and guards. So now you might think, wait, but he has less damage reduction than Broly. The guard and damage reduction combo is more of a viable defensive option and mechanic than just guard alone and just damage reduction alone. If you have both of them, you can severely cut down how much damage you're taking. And a lot of that, he's good for short content. If he can get caught with AoEs, but he's taken a lot. Trust me, he's taken a lot less damage than Broly over here. Broly's getting absolutely shredded. Like he has no way of like defending himself from these like AoE super attacks. And sometimes I'm gonna be real, with this high level of damage reduction, no guard, sometimes these super attacks are just cutting through both of that anyway. Like he just has high defense and damage reduction, and it's not like he's stacking attacker defense to kind of, you know, make that damage reduction what it is, which can, you know, reduce super attack like, you know, damage. So it's kind of, he's kind of just out there. But Broly is not bad. I think he's still like a top 20, 25 like LR in the game, only because there's not that many LRs that can handle these bosses since the GDC campaign came out. And that was like a month ago. So people are going crazy and saying, oh, Broly's top 5. Oh, Broly's not good. But he's right in the mix. He's a newly made character. He's tailored to certain content, makes certain content that is shorter now is going to work for him. So he's going to dominate a lot of the shorter fights. So you can use Broly effectively. I mean, just hope you don't put him into a fight where he's going to have AoEs or anything. He is a support unit, so we're going to praise that, because when he's off rotation and he's giving this, you know, this 26% attack and defense to other allies, to extreme class allies, it does make a difference. It makes this Broly hit harder, look better. I'm starting to, I'm going to be grateful because they did give us the support. They couldn't throw 1 key, 2 key in there. I know Broly doesn't need key, but like just for the movie bosses team, just so he can be like an essential part of that team, because a lot of them don't link well, and you're gonna want to use this character with the Frieza. So a lot of times you're gonna be in a situation where you have these Saiyan links, these very specific movie Saiyan links with Frieza. Frieza can work well, but Frieza's not going to work always the best with them. He has things like, I guess he, wait, does he have shocking speed with this Broly? No, this Broly is prepared for, yeah, they don't link at all. They do not link at all. He links decent, I'd say, with the Gogeta, because of obviously some of the same links they share, but really and truly it's nothing to write home about. But overall, Celebration is 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. They're giving you Purunga Dragon, like 4 Purunga Dragon Ball wishes, and we have another one next Thursday as well. Like, it's hating on like what Dokkan's doing with these celebrations is just crazy. I think this celebration is a major hit. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, obviously hit that subscribe, that like button. If you have any other like suggestions, any topics you want me to cover, let me know, and I will definitely get to that. But with further ado, I'm gonna see you guys later.
You are a fool to challenge a god. I'll call the anger of the gods into you.